Beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome to another stream. How is everybody doing today? Hope you're all having a beautiful day. Today we're going to do a little bit of a motivation stream. Stream. People love these. People love these because let's face it, sometimes you've got the advice, you know what to do, but you need some motivation. So we'll be right back in 2 seconds. Going to check something real quick, and then we'll get this stream going. All right? All right. Okay, my apologies. My apologies. Anyway, we are going to do a bit of a motivation stream today because, like I said, let's face it, sometimes we've got the information, right? We've got the information. We know what needs to be done. Acceptance, we accept these thoughts and feelings. We don't fight against them, right? We have that accepting inner voice, and then we do what we want to do, right? Not what the anxiety wants us to do. But there comes a point, right? There comes a point where everybody knows what to do, but they're not necessarily doing it. Or, let me rephrase that, everybody knows what to do, but some of those days are a little bit tougher than other days, and it's easy to fall down that rabbit hole of second fear and worry, right? So I understand that completely, and that's why I believe people love these motivation type streams. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Not so much an informative stream, well, I guess it is, but not so much an informative stream as it is a motivational stream. So if you're feeling down today, if you've got that information in your pocket but you're not exactly using it, if you just need to be uplifted, get some motivation going, get some confidence going, that's what this stream is going to be all about. So Blake coming in with first today. What is up, Blake Sanchez? What's up, bro? PJ, welcome. PJ, you got fourth today. Hey, pretty close. Maybe next time. Olivia, what is up? It's good to see you. Welcome, beautiful. Welcome to the stream. Sky, what is up, dude? You said I could call you Stud Muffin yesterday, so that's what we're going to call you today. I'm going to take you up on that. We're going to call you Stud Muffin today, so get used to it. Get used to it. We shouldn't have to wait around too long. Our afternoon streams usually are pretty popular. My camera's like too high up. I'm noticing that. I was cleaning it yesterday and it's way too high up. We're going to have to adjust that. So anyway, don't have to wait too long on afternoon streams to get started. We might as well get going. We've already got a chat going on. So again, today we are going to be talking about anxiety recovery. You can do it. Now, let's say you're at that point where you've got the advice, right? We're going to jump right into the stream today. Let's say you're at that point where you've got the advice. You know what needs to be done. Acceptance. You know when these intrusive thoughts come around, you pretty much just have to be a sarcastic, accepting asshole and say, welcome to the party, right? Instead of trying to fight with it. You know when these anxiety symptoms roll around, you just have to say, okay, let's do it. I'm here for it, right? I'm going to have a productive day anyway. I'm not going to waste my time sitting in a corner worried about these symptoms, right? I'm going to use that accepting inner voice towards these thoughts, towards these feelings, towards these false alarms. What can we do with the thoughts and feelings and symptoms and all this and that? We can throw it under one big umbrella term called false alarms. So we know the accepting inner voice needs to be used towards these false alarms. And we also know that these false alarms can be intense sometimes. But we also know if we use that accepting inner voice, if we use the tools that we have here, that storm will pass eventually. Right? So we know all that. But sometimes it's easier said than done. Sometimes it's very intense. You don't want to use acceptance. You want to go down the worry route. What you've been doing this whole time is going down the worry route. So sometimes it's easy to want to resort back to those bad old habits. But I'm here to tell you, no matter where you find yourself on this ladder to recovery, no matter where you find yourself on the scale of confidence, no matter where you find yourself in this spectrum, right? You can do it. You probably don't believe in yourself, and that's understandable. Anxiety has taken a lot of your confidence. It sure as hell has taken a lot of your motivation for life. It's taken a lot from you, right? So you may not think that you are capable to ride out these storms with the accepting inner voice. You may not think you are capable to greet these symptoms with that accepting inner voice. You may not think you are capable to greet these intrusive thoughts with that accepting inner voice. You may think, no, I'm going to crumble. But I'm here to tell you, no matter where you find yourself on that ladder, right? You can do it. You can surprise yourself, and I need you to surprise yourself. You can surprise yourself, and I need you to surprise yourself, right? I know it's not always easy. I know it's not the funnest thing in the world. Hell, I know some of those days are just, for lack of better words, very, very uncomfortable, right? And I know you might not have the most confidence in the world. But if you dedicate to that accepting inner voice anyway, regardless of all these little factors, right? If you say to yourself, okay, I may not be the most confident, I may not have the most motivation, I may not be where I want to be today, but I'm going to dedicate to what I know, right? So a lot of people, and we talked about this yesterday, a lot of people wait around until they feel confident to truly dedicate to this thing, right? A lot of people wait around until they feel confident to truly dedicate to this thing. We don't want you to wait around until you feel confident to dedicate to this thing. We want you to get going now, right? The confidence will come. Everything that you're looking for on the side here will come, but we need you to get going now. And I know in those moments the bluff is so strong, right? I know in those moments the bluff is so strong, but it's time to take different action. It's time to move a different way to get different results, right? So I understand some of you watching this right now, you may be feeling pretty low, right? You may be feeling pretty low. You may not believe in yourself. You may not believe that you can do it, but we're going to practice that accepting inner voice regardless, and we're going to see how that changes the game for you. A lot of people make the mistake of waiting until they feel well enough to get started. We're not going to make that mistake, right? We're going to get started now. We might not feel well enough, but we're going to get started now. Everything else will come. All right, you guys? So just a little quick motivation stream today for you. So, you know, I know sometimes when you're at the bottom of the barrel, man, it just feels like, oh, this shit just drags on and on. I don't have what it takes. That's a big one. I don't have what it takes. In the moment, here's another big one that I hear. In the moment, I always crumble. In the moment, I can't do it. I always mess up somewhere. All of this negative talk, man, it's got to go. Right? I'm just going to be honest with you. It's got to go. You've got to change that up, right? We got to have that accepting inner voice. And you are capable, man. You are capable. You might not believe in yourself, but I believe in you. I believe in you. So if you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you. All right, chat? We're going to head on over to post stream. Like I said, this is just a quick one today, to the point. You can do it. Just get some motivation going, right? I want to motivate, and that's what today's stream is all about. So I know it's a pretty quick one because we didn't go over a particular topic, but nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, I hope it motivates somebody. It's just a little bit of encouragement. It's just me patting you on the back and saying, look, I know you might feel all of these certain ways and you don't believe in yourself and you don't think you can do it, but I'm here to tell you that you can, right? Take it from me. If I can do it during those moments, and yes, it took practice, right? But if I can do it during those moments, you sure can. I was the most obsessed, worried person you would ever meet. Now, watching me now, you probably wouldn't believe that, but it's easy to watch me and say, oh, well, this guy just got it. He was just perfect at it. That's not true, right? So when I come on here and say, yes, it takes practice, and yes, I know it's not easy, but yes, you can do it, believe me, okay? So easy to watch me now and think I just nailed it. Not true. It takes practice and it does take work. But if I can do it, any of you watching this video right now can do it. Believe me. So if you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you. Let's have a good day. Let's have a productive day regardless. Let's meet all these thoughts and feelings with that accepting inner voice, right? Even though I know it's so tempting to fall down the rabbit hole, let's meet those thoughts and feelings with the accepting inner voice, have a productive day anyway, and kick ass, man. Retrain that brain, all right? I love you guys. We're going to move on over to post stream, see what Chad is up to today. Like I said, we didn't cover a specific, informative topic today, just a little bit of a, stream to kind of motivate. So I know it wasn't as long as our normal streams, but that's okay. Hopefully it motivates somebody. Let's see who we've got in chat. Let's see. One second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. I know we've had a few interruptions today, man. I really apologize to that. Who do we got in chat? We got Sanchez, we got Max, we got Stewart. Welcome, guys. AC, Gary, welcome. Miss Moon, welcome, Miss Moon. Let's see, y'all. I was really fucked up at my worst. If I can do it, you all can do it. I'm a different person now, better than I ever was. I'd still get those days now and then, but inside it's all changed. Max, thank you for coming in here and spreading that positivity, dude. That's what today's stream is all about. That's what today's stream is all about. Wonder Bro, you're right. I kept at it, acceptance and screwing up, but I kept at it over and over. And then lately something clicked and I'm like, what the hell? I'm feeling good doing a lot of things. And I'm like, what? So there we go. We've got several positive comments rolling in today's chat. I love to see it, man. Love to see it. Stuart says, that's my big problem. I lack some serious motivation and dying to get going, but head back to reassurance. I know it's easy to quote unquote crack in those moments, right? Anybody here in chat that's made it, far into the recovery, anybody here, including myself, can tell you that we know it's easy to, like I said, quote unquote, crack in those moments, right? To go back to the bad habits, to basically, kind of shoot yourself in the foot in a way, so to speak, right? I understand that. But we've got to get you motivated, right? We've got to get you motivated. How do you motivate yourself? By talking yourself up, not down. By talking yourself up, not down. Sanchez can tell you, right? Max can tell you. I can tell you. Anybody in chat can tell you. You've got to start talking yourself up, not down. So, Gary says, it's awful. I feel so out of it. We got to change that, man. There cannot be an attitude of it's awful. I feel so out of it. It's terrible. It's horrible. That does not fly around here. Now, it might fly on other channels, but it doesn't fly here. And I'll tell you why it doesn't fly here. Because it's that attitude that's fucking you. Right? It's that attitude that's fucking you. So we've got to change that. You've got to change that from, oh, I feel so awful, I feel so out of it. We've got to catch that worry, aka that negative inner voice, and we've got to turn that into, I'm experiencing symptoms, but today I'm going to do my thing. I don't mind. I want to feel this. I need to feel this in order to recover. See, we're starting to talk ourselves up and not down. Right now, in the heat of the moment, I know it's so tempting to talk yourself down, but this is the practice. We have got to start talking ourselves up. It's not going to work, okay, if you continue to talk yourself down. We've got to talk ourselves up, and the beautiful thing about that is that's your choice. Nothing can take that from you, no matter how intense a symptom is. Now, this is important. I need you all to listen. No matter how intense a symptom is or an intrusive thought, the choice of whether you talk yourself up or down in that moment is still in your hands. Ooh. Doesn't that sound sweet? Let's say that again. No matter how intense a symptom or an intrusive thought is in the moment, the choice of whether you talk yourself up or down, aka accepting inner voice, or negative, fearful, worried inner voice, is your choice. Oh, sweet, man. That's music to my ears. Let's say it again one more time. No matter how intense a symptom or a negative intrusive thought is, in the moment, the choice of whether you talk yourself up, aka the accepting inner voice, or talk yourself down, aka the fearful worry negative inner voice, is your choice. Ooh, we said it 3 times. Is 3 times enough? Understand something. I know how intense it can be. But again, well, you know what? We'll go for 4. We'll go for 4. No matter how intense an intrusive thought or a symptom is in the moment, the choice of whether you talk yourself up or down is in your hands. Nothing can take that from you. Anxiety can't take that from you. An intrusive thought can't take that from you. Whatever's in the moment can't take that from you. So guess what? You know what that means? That means nothing can take your recovery and your progress away from you but you. But you. But you. So if we're looking for the reason that we're not making progress and we're keeping this amygdala triggered, right, and we just seem to be stuck in the cycle, if we're trying to figure out the reason behind that, we got to go look in the mirror. Now, I'm not trying to shame you and say, oh, shame on you. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to get you to look in the right direction here. I'm trying to get you to look at where we're going wrong here, right? And then you'll find that in the mirror there. So if all you take from today's stream is that, Olivia says go for 5. Let's go for 5. If all you take from today's stream is that in the moment, no matter how intense a symptom is or how intense an intrusive thought is, it is up to you whether you talk yourself up or down. If that is all you take from today's stream, and then you actually start to apply that, which I know takes practice, but you actually start to apply that, if that's all you take from today's little motivational stream here, then we got you on the right track, right? We got you on the right track. Thank you so much, Sanchez, by the way, for coming in and spreading that positivity. I love to hear it. Same for you, Max. We need a mini Wonder Bro on our shoulders. I don't know. He might get a bit annoying after a while. He might get a bit annoying after a while. I do apologize again for the fact that we've had a couple interruptions today. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's okay. It's okay. Good stream regardless. Good stream regardless. Let's see. Wonder Bro speaking truth here. That's all I ever try to do, man. Try to speak that truth. Like I said, you know, such an important point today that it's in your hand if you talk yourself up or down in those moments. No matter how intense the symptoms or thoughts are, recovery's in your hands, right? The symptoms can't take that from you. The thoughts can't take that from you, because here's the thing. How you speak to yourself, whether it's an accepting inner voice and then living your life, aka the 2 main keys, or if you're up there with fearful worry, right, talking to yourself in a down way, we normally call it worry, but here, you know, I want to put it a new way today. Whether you talk yourself up or down, right, is in your hands, and nothing can take that from you, right? We like to point fingers. It's a common mistake that's made in recovery, and you best believe I made the same mistake, right? I'm definitely not perfect, right? I was definitely not perfect. My recovery was not perfect. You know, we all make mistakes, but whether you talk yourself up or down is going to be up to you. Right? Nothing can take that from you. And that's good news, man. That's really, really good news, because the way that you talk to yourself, whether it's up or down, okay, that's going to determine everything. That's going to determine whether you keep setting that amygdala off or not. That's going to determine whether you retrain your brain or not, right? Dr. Claire Weeks says it the best, that a sensitized body without fear can quickly repair its sensitized state. Now, some people might hear that and say, what do you mean? All I am is filled with fear. Well, she's referring to second fear. So sensitization, there's going to be first fear. There's going to be those symptoms and thoughts. That's what first fear is, right? But she's referring to second fear in that quote. She says, without fear, a sensitized body can quickly repair its sensitized state. So she knows that you're going to have intrusive thoughts and feelings. That's first fear. You can't control that. But what she's referring to is if you don't add fear to that, which means whether or not you're talking yourself up or down about these thoughts or feelings. That's what she means. If you're talking yourself up, then you can be in the sensitized state without so much second fear, and the body can repair itself, right? So again, nothing can take recovery from you but you, right? Let's see here. Olivia, man, Olivia, thank you so much. Can we give a big round of applause in the chat, please, for my girl Olivia coming in with a $55 tip, taking us to an 88 day streak all by herself. Can we give her a huge round of applause? Thank you so much, Olivia. Don't know what I would do without you. Let's show my girl some love in the chat, pretty please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you and I appreciate you so much, and I'm sure the chat appreciates you as well. Moving on to an 88-day streak. Olivia, all by herself, man. She is the hero for the day. I know I've been gone, but I was out experimenting, going out and wait for the anxiety. Nothing. I know there will be bad days still, but I'm like, F it. You got the right attitude, Sanchez, and it's kind of ironic. When you go out looking for anxiety, when you go out expecting it with the accepting attitude, sometimes it won't even show up, right? But if it did show up, that's okay. Right, let's remember that. If it did show up, that's okay. Because, again, whether we talk ourselves up or down is in our control, so you've always got the cure right there with you. You talk yourself up, there's the cure. It's called the accepting inner voice. You talk yourself down, that's what keeps you in the cycle, right? So no matter where you go, what you do, circumstance, Dr. Claire Weeks said that you carry the cure with you. And that's what she meant by that. You have the choice. Talk yourself up or talk yourself down. At any given moment, you can choose either A or B. And that's what she meant by you carry the cure with you, right? I think she said in the middle of Times Square, you carry the cure with you. You the man, Sanchez, doing all the right shit. He absolutely is the man. I love him. I love him. Much love again to Olivia. Thank you for hitting that streak all by yourself. I really do appreciate that, Olivia. You have no idea. Hey, everyone. Hope all is well. What is up, David? Welcome to the stream. It's been a good one today, man. I know it was kind of short, but again, it's just a quick little motivation stream. Sometimes you need those. I understand. Spread the positive vibes. Absolutely, dude. I really do appreciate it, Max. It's very nice of you. Even though you've recovered or you're almost recovered, making all this great progress, you still decide to stop by and spread some positivity. I do appreciate that. No, absolutely. I understand, Max says I don't really feel the need to watch these vids much anymore. That's the goal, right? I understand. I'm not offended at all. That is the goal. It is a bittersweet moment to watch my people who are making so much progress in their recovery or recovered. That is the goal, to watch them leave the nest, right? It's a bittersweet moment. It is a bittersweet moment. What's good, bro? What's up, Michael? A while ago you helped me with anxiety, but now I got the fear so off. I enjoy it. Is it bad? Could you reword that just a little bit? Make sure I want to make sure I answer that correctly, but I can't read between the lines on that one. If you could reword that, I will be more than happy to answer it for you. I know acceptance applies to anything, but still a bit confused. Well, it comes back to the fact that resistance will always be futile, Mint. Let's say you have a symptom that's a part of a temporary illness you're going through. Let's say you got a cold, right? This is just a basic example. Let's say you got a cold, and because you got a cold, you got a runny nose. Now, I know not many people are fearful of a runny nose, but this is just an example. You apply this to whatever. So let's say you've got a cold and you got a runny nose, right? It's not necessarily an anxiety symptom. It's a symptom of having a cold, of being ill. But what good would it be to get in your head and go, oh God, runny nose. I hate this. I don't want to feel this. This is awful. I can't stand it. I can't take it. Is it going to make the runny nose go away? No. Is it going to make you stressed as fuck? Absolutely. So we come back to the point there that resistance always futile. Resistance equals futile. Worry equals anxiety, whether you're worried about a symptom of anxiety or a symptom of a cold, right? So again, worry is always futile and worry is always stressful. So I hope that kind of puts into reality what we're trying to say here, that if worry ever served a point, if exaggerated obsession ever served a point, then we would probably be a fan of it. But because exaggerated obsession never serves a point and only serves to hurt you, we are not a big fan of it, right? And then your mind will say, but I need to worry. And we say, no, either take action or don't worry, right? If there's something you can take action against, you could take it, right? If there's not anything to take action against, the worry's not going to serve you. So it never serves you. It's always futile, right? It's always futile. It's always futile. Always, 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 always. And I know your mind is going to try to cling to it and give me all sorts of what ifs to try to keep you in, right? It's up to you if you want to continue to be a slave to that, if you want to continue to be a slave to the mind, if you want to continue to be captive to this and live your life like this, or if you want to say, I know it feels like taking a risk, so we'll call it a risk. It's not really a risk, but we'll call it that because I know that's what it kind of feels like. It's up to you if you want to say, I'm going to take the risk of acceptance and live the best life that I can live. That's up to me, right? So we're only calling it a risk because I know your mind's going to try to make it out to seem like one. Um, but we'll call it that. So it's up to you. If you want to be captive to this thing, to this habit, for the rest of your life like this, that's up to you, right? But I urge you to take slow steps into a better way of living. And I'm not just talking about sensitized nerves. I'm talking about life in general. I urge you to take better steps into a better way of living with less worry by understanding that it's futile and it's doing nothing but hurting you, right? The mind's going to try to keep you in. Now, we can either talk ourselves up or down to that and move on with our day, right? If you talk yourself down, you're going to get really obsessed. You're going to fall down these rabbit holes, and around and around and around we go, right? But there's a better way to live. There's a better way to live. Hey, my guy Sanchez, a.k.a. 69. Yeah, Mr. 69er. Maybe breaking a leg is a good example. It is, and I've used that, oh my gosh, so many times. I don't know if you've personally caught those streams, Max, but I have used the breaking a leg example many, many times. Tired nerves is like a broken bone. If you keep jumping on it, how do you expect it to heal? What is the jumping on it? The worry, the obsession, right? I couldn't. Okay, here we go, bro. I meant to say I couldn't get up from my bed, but now when anxiety comes, I enjoy it. As in, when it starts to come, I almost start to laugh at it. So I want to say thank you. You helped me see that. That is awesome, Michael. I love to hear it, dude. So much success in the comments today. So much positivity. Like I said, I really do appreciate you guys coming in here and spreading those good vibes, dude. It really does help everybody in the chat out. So thank you for that, Michael. Absolutely on the right track, dude. Laugh at it because you know what's up. Continue to talk yourself up and not down. You got this, dude. Congrats. Congrats, congrats, congrats. The more practice, the better. Absolutely, Max. It's a better way of living, dude. And that's why I say it's good life advice and not just good anxiety advice. That's exactly why I say that. It's a better way of living. Because, again, we just went over why worry is so futile. Whether it's worry over a runny nose from a cold or worry over anxiety, we just went over why. Oh, my God. That was loud. Woo. Holy shit. Why do I leave this on 100? Oh my God. Oh my fuck. All right, Sanchez, Mr. 69er. I don't even have to count it. Anytime Sanchez sends an odd amount, we know exactly what that means. We're going to 69. Thank you, Mr. 69er. I appreciate you. I appreciate the tip, and I appreciate the absolute adrenaline rush. Thank you. I do no longer need a cup of coffee. We're good to go, man. We're good to go for another 2-3 hours. We got this. Thank you, Sanchez. Let's show Sanchez some love in the chat, man. I appreciate you, bro. You have no idea. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always love the jump scares, dude. It's like subconsciously I just leave my headset on 100 because I know I'm going to get a good jump scare the next day. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Appreciate you. Sure, bro. I read a lot about acceptance, but to be totally honest, oh crap, missed the comment. Honest, but you were the only person who put it in a way I could understand, and thank you for that. Absolutely, Max. And again, thank you for coming in here and spreading positivity, dude. I really do appreciate that. You have no idea. When you succeed in acceptance, it feels like finally coming home because you are coming home. The worry doesn't pay. If I don't pay attention to the symptoms, then I'll miss something important. Yep, you're describing classic health anxiety to a T. Poster child for health anxiety, right? Right? So there's no way to get certainty in life, right? There's no way to get certainty in life. And you say at the end of your comment, but I'm starting to see that may not be a helpful idea. You think? I love you, Mint, but you think? You are describing to a perfect T. In fact, if I could get a poster and put your comment on it, and out beside of it write the words health anxiety, you would have just summed it up, right? But here's the thing about health anxiety, or anxiety in general. It's all the same, right? I don't want people to get confused. It's all the same. You will not get certainty. You won't. You won't. You'll never get certainty in your life. Some people hear that and they go, oh no. Right? But if you let go of that idea, and if you continue to let go of that idea by talking yourself up and not down, you'll realize that maybe you don't need certainty to live a good life. Right? And I'm here to tell you, I'm a little burpy. I'm here to tell you, you do not need certainty to live a good life. Right? You do not need certainty to live a good life. You don't. You might think you do, but that need for certainty is misery. I'm going to tell you, it's misery. Now, if you're laying there and you get a sharp shooting pain in your forehead and you have a stroke, then maybe somebody should come in and call an ambulance for you, right? Likelihood of that happening is zero when it comes to anxiety, but I'm just saying in general. If you have a stroke in the middle of a marketplace, let's call an ambulance, right? But to spend the rest of your life, which, again, you can't have a stroke from anxiety. That's just an example. But to spend the rest of your life wanting certainty is to live a miserable life. And that sounds brutal to say that, but I say that because I care about you and I want you to drop that idea. You said in your comment that that might not be a helpful idea. You've got that absolutely right, and I'm glad you're starting to open your eyes to that. So here's what happened. People with health anxiety, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with getting cleared. Go to the doctor, get cleared, schedule an appointment, make sure everything's good, right? If you want to, that's your choice. If you want to, you can, right? Go do that. Right? But after that's done, man, it's time to realize that no illness is going to randomly come along and drop you fucking dead, right? Do you know how many times I've sat here in complete and of course I don't necessarily recommend this, but do you know how many times I've sit here in complete utter agony, right? Because I don't have insurance and I live in America, so unless I want to be $10K in debt, I don't go to the hospital unless I'm dying. But do you know how many times I've been sick, whether it be with food poisoning or whatever? And of course, like I said, I'm not recommending this. I'm just giving you an example. Do you know how many times I've been deathly ill and never died and it passed? You don't always have to rush to the emergency room for every slight illness, right? You don't always have to rush to the emergency room for every slight illness. The false belief that you must immediately seek medical attention just for a slight cold is ludicrous. It's ludicrous, right? Do you know how many people drop dead over just being ill? Not many. Unless you've been somewhere and caught some rare disease from doing something fucking weird, then you're probably, your body's going to fight it off. Right? You're going to be fine. Do you know how many times I've sat in complete agony and just let these things pass, right? Because I didn't want to go to the hospital. Okay? The likelihood of some illness coming along and just dropping you fucking dead where you stand is slim to none. Right? Now, of course, seek medical attention if you're ill and you want to get some medicine or if you want to get some help, whatever. I'm not recommending you do what I do, right? Go get help. But I'm just giving you an example. You're not going to drop dead if you miss the fact that you've got an illness, right? Right? You're not going to drop dead if you get a cold and you say, oh, I guess this is just anxiety. I'm going to accept it. You're not going to drop dead from making that quote-unquote mistake, right? You're not going to drop dead because you didn't go to the doctor over your illness, right? You're not going to drop dead because you've got a tummy ache. You're not going to drop you see what I'm saying? So again, I'm not recommending you just bite the bullet like I do. On most situations, there has been times where I needed medical attention, right? But I'm not going to recommend that you just bite the bullet like I do. But I'm here to tell you, if you do bite the bullet, chances are you're not going to drop dead. So there's this big false belief behind health anxiety that everything needs to be medically treated, right? And again, if you want to go that route, go that route. Not a problem. But to think, oh, well, if I fuck up and I miss something, I'm going to just die over is just so untrue. If you fuck up and you miss something, chances of you just dropping dead are slim to none, right? Are slim to none. So, sorry, I've went on about this topic for a long time, but it's one that I'm passionate about. People with health anxiety believe that if they don't get everything medically treated, they're going to kill over. Okay, if you miss something, you're not going to kill over. You might have to go through a little bit of extra pain that you wouldn't have had to went through if you had medicine, for example, right? But you're not going to kill over. So it's just a ludicrous idea that you're just going to drop dead from something randomly. And of course, I know that even though it's a ludicrous idea, it feels very real to you. I understand that. I'm not trying to downplay that. But I want you to understand you got to break out of this idea that you're going to miss something and drop dead because of it. That's not going to happen. Go get medically cleared if you wish. But this idea that if you miss something, you're just going to kill over, ludicrous, right? Let's see. Wonder, bro, you seem wired with energy today. I don't know why, David, but we're here. I don't know why, but we're here. I have done what I can. Let it be for a month. Now booked a checkup. Just have to set being unwell without explanation for a bit more without trying to solve it. I'm telling you, man, statistically speaking, and we don't like to talk about statistics because it's just obsession, but statistically speaking, man, you have done what you can. But statistically speaking, the likelihood that you have got some sort of illness that's about to just drop you over dead is literally none. We can call it zero, right? We can call it zero. I mean, you've done what you can. You've scheduled an appointment. You've got a checkup coming up. But to sit around and worry and obsess that maybe you've got something that's just going to kill you is so far off into outer space, right, that we couldn't be closer out into outer space. People don't just randomly drop dead. Well, I guess technically they do. But you get my point. The likelihood of you just randomly dropping dead from thinking that there's some sort of illness that you have, and it's health anxiety, right? And here's the problem with that. We can't give you certainty on that. We can't say mint 110%, blah, blah, this. Certainty doesn't exist in life. I could drop over dead in the next 5 minutes from anything, right? Right? But here's the thing. To spend your life in misery worrying about it when it's not going to happen, right? When it's just not going to happen, it's just not worth the trade-off. You trade off your life, okay? And I'm just going to level with you. I'm just going to be brutally honest with you for a second. You are trading your life, right? You are trading your life. You are trading the quality of your life. You are trading the only life you have to make anxiety happy. You are trading the only life you have to play by the rules of health anxiety. You are trading the only life you have to play by the rules of the what ifs. And here's the thing. When you're 95 years old, none of this stuff that you ever played by the rules ever happened. You're going to say, damn, it's too late to go back now. You're going to say, damn, I made it to 95 and it's way too late to go back now. You're going to say, damn, I made it to 95 and there's no turning back time now. You're going to say, damn, I made it to 95 and I never did drop over dead from some weird illness. You're going to say, damn, I made it to 95 and I never went crazy over anxiety. You're going to say, damn, I made it to 95 and I never did have that heart attack. You're going to say, damn, I made it to 95 and none of that shit ever happened. And then you're going to say, damn, I can't go back. So if you're willing to make that trade-off, go for it. But I don't think you're willing to make that trade-off. Are you? Are you? I don't think you are. Maybe it's time to live in some uncertainty so that you can retrain your brain and have a better quality of life before you do hit 95 and are saying, damn, I can't go back, right? I don't know. That's up to you. That's a choice you have to make, but I don't think playing anxiety's game is worth it. But that's your choice, right? I know you're going to make the right choice, Mint, because you're on the right track. This little rant's not just for you. It's for everybody in this chat, right? I know you're going to make the right choice, but I'm just going to level with you. I'm just going to hit you with reality a little bit. You can make it to the end of your life playing anxiety's game if you want to, right? But when you're sitting there realizing that you can't go back, no amount of acceptance is going to help you there, right? So I don't know. You make the choice. You can continue playing by anxiety's game if you want to, or you can take that quote-unquote risk and retrain your brain, right? Right? I don't think playing the game is worth it. I think I'm only calling it a risk because I know your mind's going to try to make it out to seem like one. I think taking the risk is far more worth it. Mic drop. Mic drop. And by the way, that's not just for health anxiety, guys. That's for everything. You can continue playing anxiety's game in any way with these intrusive thoughts and these symptoms, right? You can continue playing anxiety's game in any way, not just health anxiety, any intrusive thought, any symptom. You can keep running from it. You can keep talking yourself down and fighting with it. And you can keep playing anxiety's game for the rest of your life if you want to. Nobody can take that choice from you, but I don't think it's worth it. I think we should take the quote-unquote risk and say what thoughts come, what feelings come. I'll meet them with acceptance. I'll talk myself up and not down. I'll stop reaching for the reassurance. I'll stop the coping methods. I'll face these thoughts and feelings with a good accepting attitude, and I'll take that quote-unquote risk because it's not worth making it to the end of my life where I just played a game to keep anxiety happy, right? 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 I don't think it's worth playing that game. And I think as you become more comfortable, and like I said, man, you've made excellent progress. That rant was not aimed at you. Do not take that personally. That was for the entire chat. But like I said, Mint, you've made excellent progress. And I think as you continue to move forward with this progress, you're going to continue to learn more and more that all these weird symptoms, right, are the result of that worry, of that obsession. And I think you'll start to see that more clearly. You're already starting to get that idea, right? We've got that idea planted. You're already starting to make great progress in that direction. I think we just need a little bit more practice, a little bit more experience under our belt. But seriously, congrats for how far you have come. I mean, it's excellent, and that applies to each and every one of you. Congrats to how far you've all come, right? We just got to keep it going. We just got to keep it going. Absolutely, Max. Fuck that. Life's too short. Life's too short to play anxiety's game. Mike says, facts after facts, amazing stream. Thank you, dude. This motivation stream, I know it's not like a video like you were hoping for, but I did have you in mind, believe it or not, when I decided to do a motivation stream today. I got to be in the right mood for the motivation streams. I've got to have high energy levels. I've got to be in a not a screaming mood, but a, you know, raised voice kind of in your face mood in order to do these kind of streams. So absolutely. Can we hit that like button, guys? I know it's easy to forget, but it really does help the channel grow. So please hit that like button. I would really, really appreciate it. I would really, really appreciate it. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's see here. What we got? What we got? What we got? Did I miss any comments? Any comments? Any questions? Did I miss any? Absolutely, Michael. I agree with you 110%. Yeah, see, and that's the point that we were making earlier, Mint. Let's say you've got an illness, right, that's either going to pass or get treated or whatever. Whatever. Most illnesses just pass if you leave them alone. Getting treated just helps. But whatever. Our point was that it's not going to do anything. The worry's not going to do anything but add to your suffering, right? Futile. Completely futile. Completely futile. It makes you feel so much worse than you have to feel. In fact, you would probably feel pretty okay if you wasn't adding all that worry, even if you were ill. So it's just something to remember. I got to go now. Love all of y'all. Keep pushing through. Recovery is right around the corner. Hey, take it easy, David. I appreciate you being here. All right, beautiful people. Beautiful people. What an amazing stream today. We're going to go ahead and start to wind it down, man. I couldn't have asked for a better stream today. I think we got some motivation going. We covered a lot of good topics today, so I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. We're going to get our song pulled up before we go, though. We definitely got to hear our song today. Let's get that going. We got to wait on a few ads, but we'll get that going in just a second. But again, guys, make sure you leave a like, man, and I appreciate all of you watching. I appreciate all of your love. I appreciate all of your support. All right? Thank you so much for everything. And until next time, as always, stay awesome. I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Yeah. Did it die? Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer. I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die?
die. Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No, did it die? Wait, did it die? Wait, did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait, did it die? Wait, did it die? My aunt think I'm perfect, I know I'm not. My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never could stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a lowlife, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting, don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored, careful what you wishing for. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No, did it die? Wait, did it die? Wait, did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait, did it die? Wait, did it die? I'm a stone cold killer.